All right, so welcome again to Military Guna TV. Paul Hall has officially released his first selected 23-man squad for his first game as the head coach of the Reggae Boyz. So there's quite a few names that I haven't seen in a long while. There's quite a few names that I haven't seen in a long while. There's also a name that we have seen in the current squad. And so there are other things to speak about as well. Like I remember clearly a few weeks ago, we listed some players. We listed some players that did not accepted the call. We listed some players that did not accepted the call, and definitely I will run through some of these players. I will still run through some of these players to show you guys. But the squad is out, and I'm going to give you guys the names. I think most of you guys already saw it, but I'm just going to give you the names and also my insight on it. And pretty strange squad, but what I do realize that it consists of a lot of young players. So that's a thumbs up for me in the first place. That is a massive thumbs up for me. So I'm going to get straight into it. Just give me a second. Give me a second, people. So we're going to get straight into the details of it and get a better understanding of what we are likely to see, what we should expect to face. But Mari Music, big up, you're coming early. Big up. People, as they come in, just smash the like button, people. Please, I'm begging you, smash the like button. Just smash it, people, please. Just give me a second. All right, so I'm just dropping an update, people. Please, you'll get that update soon. All right, so Mark Skater and Company, blessings. Thank you for coming in as well. All right, so the squad is out. So as I'm talking, I want to remind you guys about the names that I got. So let me see. So we have. I listed out a few names that definitely weren't coming in a previous video in regards to the call-up. I listed a few names that weren't going to come in regards to the call-up. People who turned out. Not necessarily, everyone can say they can build an excuse for these players, but it's obviously none of these players are in the squad. Not one of these players are in the squad. You can build a lot of reasons around these players not being in the squad, but at the end of the day, these guys are not in the squad. So Paul Hall seems as if they decided that they want to go young, extremely young, and what we're seeing now is a young squad. So I'm going to bring up the squad so you guys can see those players in specific what I'm speaking about. These are some names that I haven't seen in a long while. Some names that I haven't seen in a long while, people, and I'm being honest. And then as I said, there are also a few names that we have seen, we have argued about, we have debated about, and they are back with the squad. So hopefully you guys are seeing my screen. Definitely hoping that you guys are seeing my screen. Let me make it a lot bigger. So yeah, I think you guys must be able to be seeing that. All right, so that is the squad that we have at the moment. Pretty much a young squad. Yes, we could say there's a few players, few names in there that we might say, we have seen them. We don't want to see them again. But yeah, but there's also a few names that a lot of people will be happy about. A few names that a lot of people will be happy about. So let's get into the details of the names. Let's get to it straight ahead. So let's start off with the keepers. We have Dwayne Miller, Jaden White, and Amal Knight. It's been a while since I've seen Amal Knight. Jaden White, youngest keeper out of the lot. I think he's 21. I think he's about 21. So as I said, they're going for youngsters. They're going for mostly youngsters, as you can see. Now, then we have as I say, Dwayne Miller, Jaden White, Amal Knight. These are the keepers. Now let's move to the defenders. We have Damian Lowe, we have Richard King, we have Jamai Tope, we have Javane Brown, Kemar Lawrence. So these are the defenders. These are the defenders that they are going with for this time around. Oh, people, if you have subscribers yet, people, I'm trying to reach 10K subscribers by the end of the year. I only have a few hours until I hit 10,000 subscribers, just a few hours, and I'm kind of pretty much not far away. I think let me check people, let me check, just give me a second, let me check something. It's not as far as I thought it was. But let me check, people. I am literally 40 subscribers away from hitting that 10K before the end of the year. I am 40 subscribers away from hitting that 10K subscribers by the end of the year. Is it possible? I don't know. But guess what? They say aim for the sky, and if you hit the clouds, so be it. So people, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and also hit the notification bell. So let's get back to the video. So for the defenders, let's get back to the defenders. Damian Lowe, Richard King, Jamai Tope, Javian Brown, Kemar Lawrence. So there are three center backs, one right back, one left back. One right back, one left back. Yeah, no Fisher, as I alluded to, no Alvas Powell. But let's see how this one goes. So let's move to the midfield now, where these are some faces that we haven't seen in a long while. Some faces that we are anticipating to see. Before I do that, let me give you guys some shout out of a few people here early. Big up Mar Music, Mark Skater and Company, blessings. Peter Way, big up. Mar Music said, finally, Alex Marshall. Yes, it's been a while. It has been a while for Marshall. Jamaican Guna, up military. Big up Jamaican Guna. This all Jamaican squad with no English born in it will make some people very happy. Yes, it will. It will make a lot of people happy, but we will see how well they perform as well, because it's not only how we feel about the players and who we want to see in the squad, but at the end of the day, the results and the performance on the pitch is actually the most important factor, because that's where we're going to get the 3 points. That is where we're going to see development. That's where we're going to see things moving forward. Patrick Owens, big up. Thank you for coming in, Patrick. Military, thanks for putting in the hard work in 2021. I wish you a great success and good health in 2022. Thank you. Same to you, Patrick Owens, and same to every single one on this channel, every single viewers, all my co-workers, the other vloggers, coaches, Ryan LC, I am sure sports, J Anyweather, Formula Sports. There's so much of them. Talawa TV, Talawa TV is doing some really, really good work. The last interview she did was a marvelous one with the John Barnes. There's so much channel out there, people. There's a lot of them. I want to say big up to all my co-workers out there who's doing the hard work, who's putting in our shift. And people, let me tell you, it is tough. It is tough. Don't you believe it's easy? It's not just getting up. And you know what, people? I'm going to do a video strictly. I'm going to do a behind the scenes video of how. So the first person who's get that is going to be members. Then now I'll release that video, a behind the scenes video of how we operate on a day-to-day basis. I'm going to do a video like that. So I'm going to show you guys how tough it is. So I'm telling people a lot of sacrifices, and especially like coach, may I tell us, coach sacrifice a lot, man. A lot. Tough. But let's get back to the video. Big up people. Mara Music said, Andre Blake, me a question that. I only hope Aka will just be used for the friendly and not the qualifiers. Shaquille Smith, you choose violence now, man. Chaddy W said, bless up, Chaddy. Who is D Williams? We're gonna get to that. You will definitely know D Williams. So we're gonna get to that one as soon as we reach D Williams. So let's get to the midfielders. We have Javon Watson, aka Aka. We have Kevin Lambert. We have Tevin Shaw, who's actually playing for Ottawa in the Canadian Premiership. It's been a while since I've seen him. Honestly, it's been a while since I've seen him. His team is actually almost at the bottom of the table, so it's tough. We have Ramon Owell. We have Devon Williams. So D Williams is Devon Williams. I'm Chaddy Williams. I'm Chaddy W. It is Devon Williams, aka Speedy. He wears a 22. We have Peter Lee Vassell, Jakey. Big up Jakey for coming back into the squad. We have Lamar Walker, Alex Marshall. So one thing I do know that this is a squad of young, talented players. Young, talented players. Now let's move further to the next name. So my favorite is out of this squad. Two. I really like seeing Jaden White. I really love that player. Excited young keeper. Really enthused. So his time will come, and his time is surely creeping up. His time is surely creeping up. So let's move to the next. We have Alex Marshall. We have Dwayne Atkinson. I'm sure most of you know him early. The busy. Anyway, then we have Deshaun Brown. It's been a Deshaun Beckford. Why I said Brown? Deshaun Beckford. It's been a while since I've seen Beckford. Been a good while. Now there's also a few players that I would say Nick Daly, Nico Brett, my favorite striker actually. One of my favorite striker, Nico Brett and Corberg, my two favorite strikers. So let's get to the next level. Then we have Kaheem Paris. People, Kaheem Paris. Kaheem Paris. Kaheem Paris is the one who I'm, as much as there's a lot of players and that people, for me, there's a lot of players on this that I really have a lot of ratings for. But you see Kaheem Paris, people, you see Kaheem Paris. Kaheem Paris, people, is a player that I've been looking out for extremely. I really have high hopes for this player in particular. Many people are saying that that just D-cup ball or look, those kinds of derogatory remarks. And I'm saying, when I look at Kaheem Paris, I'm saying this player is going to be big. This player is going to be big. I think he has the potential. He has the potential to surpass many of our current superstars right now. Kaheem Paris has the potential to surpass a lot of our current players. I'm talking about Leon Bailey, talking about the Bobby Reed, I'm talking about Shamar Nichols, I'm talking about all of these players. He has the potential to surpass all of these guys. He has a very high ceiling. A lot of people are going to say, oh, military, you're speaking this and you're saying that. People, I'm saying Kaheem Paris, and I want to recall this now. I want to draw back for this now. I stop share screen. Want to look at my face. People, Kaheem Paris has the potential to surpass all of our current superstar Reggae Boyz at this moment. He has a very high ceiling. I'm talking about he has the potential to surpass Leon Bailey, Shamar Nicholson, the famous Michael Antonio, Bobby Reed. I'm telling you, people, it's my opinion, it's my perspective. But I'm speaking on a basis of potential and ceiling, what he can become. That's what I'm speaking on. I'm not saying that he's at right now. I'm not saying that he's at that level right now. But I'm saying at age 21, he has that superior complex. He has it. So let's get back to the video. So I know a lot of people are gonna say, hey, military, wait, this and that, whatever, military boy, I was rated ball and this and that. Time will tell. Time will tell. Once you see that man put on your head and start work hard, you will definitely see it. All right, so we have, you will definitely reconsider. Then we have Devontae Campbell, Jordan Fletcher, Corberg, and Akwesa Chang. No, Akwesa Chang, I think this call-up is duly deserved, Akwesa Chang. Out of all of the local players, not saying that the others didn't do well enough, Akwesa Chang has definitely made himself and put himself on the market to be highlighted as a player you cannot avoid. When you're selecting a team and you hear this name, you said, okay, this is a player that I would love to give the opportunity to see what he can do on a bigger stage. Akwesa Chang duly deserve this call up. So these are the names, people. So the attacking players are, let's start from Beckford. Well, there's a lot of attacking players, but we only have two out-and-out strikers, actually. In Burke and Chung. Those are the two only straight out-and-out strikers. All right, so let's look at the comments then. Chaddy W said I would have loved to see Nika Brett. Me too. One of my favorite strikers. Nika Brett and Core Burke are two of my favorite strikers. Reggae Boyz strikers. Mara Music said Maggie over Aka because it's a young squad that for real. I don't think Maggie is available. I'm not sure what the situation with Maggie is, but I don't have much to say about that. I don't really know the in-depth situation in regards to Maggie. Chaddy W said finally Paris gets a shot. The leader said Cavaliers dominate selection in the team six picks. Yeah, big up Mr. Maxwell. Can you imagine? I wonder why. I wonder why this is a Cavalier dominated fixtures. I wonder why. I don't know, but I just wonder. I wonder why. I won't say anything in depthly, but yeah, let's see. Jamaican Guna said Busy Atkinson and Paris are very excited players for Jamaica's future. I totally agree. Mara Music said man them pick Aka and not Maggie. Me not like that. I don't think Maggie is available. I'm not sure. I highly doubt Maggie is available. Mara Music. Jam J said Paris needs to learn the game first. Time will tell, Jam J. Time will tell. There's a recent statistics coming out about Paris in regards to his dribbling ability. I think he's ranked in the top 5 right across all top European leagues. But these statistics were kind of you can say inconclusive because they were duly on a basis of per league. And in accordance to his league, he has the highest dribbling success rate in his league, and it ranks among the top 5 in regards to ratio percentile right across Europe. The leader said White, King, Tope, Marshall, Paris, Atkinson. 3 of them dominated European clubs in youth tournaments, even a La Liga team. Good information. The leader said Aka is out of the first match card suspension. He however has good stats. Yeah, but the time has come some of the time when we just have to look past. We have to look past them. We have to look past certain footballers now. The time has really come. If you should look right across the world, all these big nations, they are going for youth. All of these big nations are going for youth. That is the reason I am solely happy about this selection, because it is mostly comprised of youth, giving youth the opportunity. If you realize that this average age for this squad is possibly about 24. The average age for this squad is possibly about 24. I love that. I personally love that. People can say, oh, they want this and they want that. I love the fact that the average age of the squad is 24. Reason being is that when you are going forward with youth, this opens the door for other youthful young players looking up and saying, okay, I have an opportunity, I have a chance. Let me put in a more work. Let me do this, let me do that. And it gives the younger players that extra drive going forward, trying to dominate whatever league they're playing in, because they see that youths are the one getting the opportunity. It's not a case in which we are running behind 34-year-old, 33-year-old, 36-year-old. No, I don't. For me, I don't like that. Yes, experience is important in any team. Experience is important, but you can garner experience by playing a lot of games. So, for example, let's say we use a player, 34 years old. Yes, he's experienced, playing a lot of football. Then now we have 24 years old who played almost the same as the 34-year-old, and the 24-year-old playing at a higher level. Yes, we would say that we want the 34-year-old for experience, but when you check it out, the 24-year-old plays almost the same amount of games which means that he might possibly have been through just enough to garner some level of experience to lead a team. So we don't. Some of the time, people, as much as though people have experience, talent is when you pick up, you select a squad that is extremely talented. It becomes difficult to say that you want experience over talent. The leader said Maggie is not available. Chad Double said Fletcher is a striker too. Yeah. Fabian gonna say big up, bro. Me finally wake up early. Big up, Fabian, because Cavalier won the JPL. But there are other players in JPL as well. So speed at work. That's why Cavalier dominate the picks. Hey, Chad Double, what you say? Peter Way said they dominate because they are the JPL champion. Arnold said good stats for Paris. Yeah, it is. Bailey is generational. No, of course. For the Jamaican for Jamaican football, I think he's generation. I think in a Jamaican category for us. We haven't when last have we had a player like Bailey? Born and bred. I would say Raheem Sterling, even though he's not playing for Jamaica. But young players are born in Jamaica and are doing exceptionally well right across the world. So I would say Bailey is one of those type of players. Vivici said they can grow as a group. Cohesion, that is very, very important. Long-term view. Vici. Big up Vici. Leon Bailey is experienced enough for them. Agree. Jamaican goodness. And when last Jamaica find a player of Bailey's talent? Exactly. It's been years. Talent beats experience. I agree with that. Probably never Jamaican Guna, but that still doesn't make him generational. Remember, in a generational, it has to do with where and who. How do you pursue? How do you pursue it? Yakni said, up Guna, like up the live. People, please remember, people, me I try to reach 10K now. I am trying to reach 10K before the end of the year. Me only have a few hours. Only have a few hours, people. Me only have a few hours. Jamaican Guna, so tell me, who is generational talent in your view? If Bailey is not, who? Name him. We're talking about, when you say generation, we're talking about Jamaican players. Born-bred Jamaicans. Born-bred Jamaicans. Big up Michael Woodburn. Me nah stop party. Me nah stop party to me 140. Michael Woodburn said, Aka plus any 10. Maybe that's the case. I would agree. Fatal Flare Music said, joke thing. Another scratch after said, good morning, military. 5 more to get 10K. 5 more to get 10K subs. Come on, people. Help a brother out. Yeah, HBO. The HBO special people help a brother out. Especially help a Jamaican brother out. Help a Jamaican brother out. And smash that subscribe button. Fatal Flare Music said, now see the 23 list them again. All right, so let me run through it again, people. Let me run through it again. So in goal, we have Dwayne Miller, we have Jaden White, we have Aman Knight, defenders, Damian Lowe, Richard King, Jamal Tope, Javian Brown, and those are the defenders. And Kemar Tax Lawrence. Because we miss it. Then now we have in midfield, we have Javon Watson, Kevin Lambert, Tevin Shaw, we have Ramon Howell, Devon Speedy Williams, Peter Lee Vassell, Lamar Walker, and Alex Marshall. Yeah, a name that a lot of people are consistently asking about. So then we have Dwayne Atkinson, busy. Deshaun Beckford, Kaim Paris, Devante Campbell, Jordan Fletcher, Holberg, and Akwesa Chung. So as I said, people, Chung got his debut. Chung is a player that I think a lot of people will be looking forward to see. Enough people will be looking forward to see Chung. Vichy said, don't worry, me, when my boss, all my followers will be your followers. Big up. Can't wait for your boss, you know. Can't wait for your boss. Oh, yo, bro, me enough chat about something, man. Oh, God, man. Look how long. Patas King Media said, big up Patas King. Nobles Ultra Graphics. The team look good enough to compete. Me, Fabian said, check your phone. Let me check. Okay. All right. So, me drop the... If you've been If you call me, Fabian, call me, man, bro. A long time me and work together, man. Like if you call me, look how long me and work together. Fabian, me just drop the link, Fabian. Look how long me and work together. Can't see if you call me. Can't believe if you call me, man. All right. Yeah, wow. Funny enough, you know. As I go up on the video, I realize that they strike it. Yeah. For what reason? I have no clue. But anyways, I say go. Playtime Flare Music said, good team that man. Tunde Khan Kamu said, Aka need to go up on the support staff as our team spirit. Aka keep the crew together. That would be a good role for him. Support staff. Another scratch off said, where's Greg Lay? Good question, but remember that the championship and the Premier League won't be break during this time period, and it's not an official FIFA window, so they're not obligated to let go of the players. So that is the reason why it's comprised of mostly players that are actually in Jamaica, local born, and because there's no confirmation in regards to when the JPL will be starting back, and I think they said early January, but since so much of these players are in the squad, I'm not even sure about that. But we'll see how that one goes. So that is the reason why you won't see any of the players playing in Europe. O'Neill said, no, Javon Watson, they laugh. Support staff people. Riches and Royalty, big up Riches and Royalty. It's been a while. People are Fabian gonna come in on. Fabian, how going, bro?
Yeah, morning, everybody. Yeah, early morning live them.
You know, because me get last night me get the information and me get up this man and see it. Somebody send me earlier. I'm sorry, I let her go on for
No
what I
man,
go on.
it good. Me just finally wake up early. I work early right now, but me just see one early. So
Mm-hmm. So
so me I
what do you
look,
think about the
me I
squad?
run through the squad. And me I see. What I want to say about the squad, I cannot type it, so it's easier for me to say it. Now, when I'm looking on the squad, MLS and USL they are on break. So Paul Hall is very smart. Is using this opportunity to give the USL and MLS players a chance to stay competitive. That's one, by having this game now when their season is done. So to keep them competitive, which is very good. And second, you realize that there are a number of new faces in the team. A lot of the names, a lot of persons we're calling for. So it shows that Paul Hall is listening. He's listening to the fans. He's listening to people. And he's giving everybody a fair chance. No, I think this squad here is going to be used to complement the core team. You realize the Bailey, the Grade, the Low, the Ravel, those would be the core players in the team. And so he's trying to strengthen the team, but he's also giving a few players who I would consider to be fringe players a chance also. You understand? So everybody's getting a fair chance to get a shot at the squad, and it can only benefit Jamaica. Persons complaining about Javon Watson. No, Javon Watson is an essential part of the squad. He's very good to be in the squad
We can't
because
say
whether
question.
we like it or not.
Where do you think about Nico Brett? You think Nico Brett should have been a part of the squad?
Nico Brett is unlucky. He's very unlucky because Nico Brett plays a position that right now Jamaica has over 20 quality strikers or
Well, look on
attacking
this now.
players.
You know, sir,
So he's very unfortunate.
I'm scoring more out of every Jamaican striker. You could be Reggae Boyz or just normal Jamaican striker. Nico Brett is the one who scored the most goal out of all of them throughout the year.
Yeah, I know Nico Brett dominated.
So, hold on. Well, Riches and Royalty on the program, people. Big up Riches and Royalty.
Greetings, everybody. Greetings.
Yeah, bless up.
All right, continue.
All right, so Nico is just unfortunate. Nico scored the most goals. He scored a lot of goals in USL. I think only 2 persons scored more than him in USL this season, or 1. I'm not sure.
I think so. Yeah, may I check.
However, you have to remember Nico Brett is 28.
29
And
actually.
29, see?
Mm-hmm.
And then you have to look at other players in his position. So
Mm-hmm.
it makes no sense bringing in Nico Brett. And then you have Andre Gray, a Jamal Lowe, a Leon Bailey, a Mikel Antonio, and Shamar Nicholson. Those are
But
five attacking
yep.
players already. And I don't mention,
Mm-hmm.
I did not mention Corber, and persons have been calling for Kaim Paris. See Paris getting a chance. No.
Mr. Kyle
So
Paris must play
it,
for the wing, you know.
yeah, but Kaim Paris can play anywhere up front.
Good, that's true.
No.
That's true.
Nico Brett, if Nico Brett is coming in as a centre forward, he would have to compete against Antonio,
Mm-hmm.
Nicholson, and Andre Gray
Andre Gray.
for that
Roof as
centre
well.
forward spot.
And Roof.
Understand what I say?
Mm-hmm.
And Kemar Roof if you want to use Roof as a centre forward. So those are four top quality centre forwards that he would have to fight against.
Agree.
So again, Nico Brett is a very good player, but
Unfortunately.
unfortunately he's playing in the wrong position at this time.
Mm-hmm.
If you are an excellent player, the best position to play right now if you want to make this Jamaican team is defensive midfield. Because Haka's days are numbered. Grant's days are numbered. Grant are 30 odd. Haka is 30 odd.
Oh, people,
And
as I bring up Grant name, Fabian, people, Grant disabled his Instagram post, so Instagram page, I don't know what the situation is. Hopefully he's doing good. I'm not sure if many of you know of the situation with him and Swindon Town. I'll give you guys some updates on that quite soon. Continue, Fabian.
All right, so looking at what made the day again? Oh yeah, central defensive midfield. So Grant and Haka, their days are numbered. So I'm really glad to see Kevin Lambert back in the team, getting a chance. I'm also glad to see Kevin Shaw getting a chance.
About your boy.
No, because I am more concerned about the problem areas for Jamaica. Jamaica is blessed with attacking midfielders. Jamaica is blessed with that. So I'm not gonna talk about that era. Any one of them can play. Our problem area is in the center of the park where Javon Watson plays, because we have to phase out Javon Watson and Anthony Grant. So by giving Lambert and Kevin Shaw a chance to actually come into the team now, what they can do is learn from Watson, and we gradually phase out Javon Watson, and gradually and Anthony Grant maybe has about 2 more years or 3 more years left at this top level.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that Kevin Shaw is in. I'm not gonna talk about the Becky, and I mean, Vassell is my baller. What a lot of persons don't know is that Fletcher, Beckford, Vassell, I married all three of them. They are very close, and all three of them linking up again. You understand? So I'm not gonna talk about again Fletcher and Dishane, Beckford, Kaim Paris. They are very good players. Busy, very good players. But again, the position that they are all playing is a doggy dog.
Tough, rough.
So if any of these players, if any of these wingers making the team, I don't see more than 1 or 2 of them out of these crap attackers making the team for the World Cup qualifiers.
That's why I'm glad that Chung will get him in debut. I'm glad that he'll get the opportunity.
Yeah, and I'm glad for Chung also.
Because we might not see him back again as well. Because look on it now. Chung are playing position at Shamar 24 years old. And if you should look at certain aspect of Shamar game, you can say Shamar possibly, the next 2 years, even the next 2 years, the next year or so, Shamar solely lead the line for the Reggae Boyz,
Yes, he's leading it already.
Exactly. And much big name striker night. Then now
he's leading it already.
Exactly. So with the likes of Akwesa Chung, me think Mago can come in and play probably second best, but it got tough. No, when you let's address the wing position, as I said. Riches and royalty. Let me ask you a question. So we have a lot of wingers. We have a lot of talented wingers in this team. Me not talk about just people who want to play ball. Me talk about players who are talented.
People who are playing right now at their top level.
Alex Marshall, Kaheem Paris. No, when you look on these names, you look at these names, I put them one side, When I look on the Reggae Boy first team, with the likes of even Andre, Demarai Gray, possibly coming in, Leon Bailey, Kemar Roof, Bobby Reed. We're talking about some big names out there now.
Jamal Low.
Jamal Low. We in which I think possibly one of the most technical player. It's just that I don't know why probably with Jamal Low and the former coach. So when they're so playing, but wicked man them. With them man and now, it make it extremely hard. And I think about the names of call a while ago, so are young players, them old man them, a man
Under
between
24 players.
A man between age of 25 and 20, So I don't know, old man them and old man them. So it's not reality. How difficult will it be for these young players to try squeeze into the Reggae Boy first team?
It is difficult, but these players have to stay sharp and get ready for their opportunity to be a part of this setup, because they have a chance. Paul Hall is actually giving them a chance to show what they can do. My best bet is for me is Busy Atkinson getting in because the way he plays and the way he's always busy. And he is the one that I'm hoping to get the chance out of most players. The other side, Akeem Paris, as you mentioned, is also a very good player, But,
talented man, abundance of talent.
But what we're going to do, what we're going to do, we have to pick 11 players to put on that pitch.
That is true. That is so true.
Yeah,
no, but what I see with this squad, I personally think that this squad that has been listed today would be the perfect opportunity after the World Cup qualifiers. If we make it to World Cup and perform, this squad is a perfect opportunity to phase out some of the older players. This squad is a perfect opportunity to phase out some of after. I'm not saying no. I'm not saying no. I'm saying after.
I mean, Jamaica need to change the way we are thinking of football, because I remember you can research it. A man go on side and see that him can't make it in the midfield because it's so crowded, and him play right
Changing
back.
position.
Him play right back for the rest of his career.
Me see that enough time, man.
Okay then. So if you see your position where you can help the national team and you're gonna play, say, a winger at left back, but you also have defensive purposes, why not do it? You know what I mean? We can't just stop because I'm a midfielder. I wait for my turn. You will never get that turn.
Never
in
get
some cases.
I look on the right back position, the right back position and CDM position, are two positions which have been a major problem now. You can't tell me say, all right, make a look at it.
It's a problem because the coach. I don't want to cut you where you said it's a problem because the coach want to pick a particular player to play the right back for years.
Yeah. That could be the case. It could be,
and then anybody
just a coaching
else
deficit.
Come up, the coach won't change that player because you are just not. You understand? Javane Brown is a very good right back in my or a CDM. If you train that player to be a CDM or a right back, he could do a very good job. You understand?
And look how Greg Lay come in and look.
Sorry?
I have to look how when Greg Lay come in a team, look how he come like a breath of fresh air.
Come like a different team, but it's the same team, but you just give a man. The man them have to be coachable too. The man them just have to be like, this is what we want for our country. You have to be coachable. The other thing like when it was Anandi and Blacker Boy days when they must have send the 300,000 man around there. And that was stupidness. That wasn't being for the country.
No.
You have to just know, say, well, Nandi, you are the man who can play defense better than me. We are going around there. We make do it for the country. When we start putting together like that as a national team, we'll be far more better. We're not supposed to have the English coach coaching the English players and the Jamaican coach coaching the Jamaican players. We can't have a team or anything to do like that. You have to coach everybody.
As I said that still now, as I said that's a point to bring across. Andre Carter, big up. Let me answer a question. When the first qualifiers was playing in Jamaica, was it the first qualifiers? Yeah, the first qualifiers was playing in Jamaica. people know some love run back I team because they say I saw me full and tan. And when we watch it, when we go back at team, that was the first team, the local players who could have played went to Mexico, and the UK players who couldn't travel because of the COVID restrictions and such, they stayed in Jamaica. And I was watching Paul Hall conducting that training session. That was the first time I could actually look at Ethan Pinnock. I'm like, shit. You can see the difference in levels when I saw Ethan Pinnock. Not only his physical posture, but how he moves on the ball. I'm telling you, as big as him being quick, as big as him being quick in foot transition, and all him do are just in hip. That's all him doing. Just turn hip faster. He just turn hip faster, and in transition now, he just fluent. And the turn hip and the transition faster. That's all him do. Just turn it. So you see he automatically.
That's a CDM. That's a CDM that only take 1 or 2 touches in the middle, because that's all he needs.
And he's a centre back. And me, as a Jamaican who mostly watch Jamaicans play and sit. Now, one time I was at the training session. Now I watch Bobby Reed, Ethan Pinnock. I can't remember name. All of the UK players that me that watch him. And me sit down and me watch him, and me not did the live answer, but I'll be saying from that me I watch the instructions the coach I give. And me I look on the players them. And when we observe how the man never play, I say this is actually the level in which how a Jamaican football should be. The man then first touch clean, crispy clean. The ball in no matter
technically sound.
And no matter what pace the ball come from. The leader, I not see it now, I not see it here. Rejoin. First touch the ball dead than foot. And as me say, when you receive ball in transition, just turn your hip and the entire body turn. Hip turn and move in that transition. That's how I see them.
Open palm. Anywhere you want the ball
exactly.
to go. Yeah. Technically sound players.
We don't see that
Jamaica don't know what that is.
We don't see that enough in Jamaica. I'm being honest, we don't see that enough in Jamaica. And I'm saying this is actually the level. When the man was trained, the man trained for most about 1 hour. And the 1 hour was so intense. The 1 hour was so intense. It's come like a match day setting to man train. But I never know for them. I think I must about 6 or 7 of them alone at train. Yeah. So Andre Carter, do you think that Paul Hall will be implementing some of these aspects to what we have locally? Because he mentioned that in his press conference now, but I want to hear what your thoughts on it.
Oh, yeah, ask again.
And do you think that these are some of the things that Paul Hall will be trying to implement in the Jamaican football system? Just the simple European basic tactics.
Well, based on the talent that we have, what I see here, probably that could be the case, because from what I understand, Paul believes in the talent, whether it be local or overseas. He believes that
Jamaica is one Jamaica.
Yeah, talented enough to carry out the instructions that he would be giving them. So I don't see any problem going forward with Paul Hall, and he seems to have a better knowledge of how to execute the attacking transition football. So I'm looking forward to it, to be honest with you, to see how Paul would energize these youthful players, and when the squad come together now, we see how they would complement the core players going forward. It will be very interesting.
Somebody asked me to run through the squad again. So I'm run through the squad again. Dwayne Miller, JD White, and Amal Knight, goalkeepers. Damian Lowe, Richard King, Jamal Tope, Javian Brown, Kemal Lawrence, and as the defenders. Midfielders, we have Javon Watson, Kevin Lambert, Tevin Shaw, Ramon Howell, Devon Williams, Peter Levas, Lamar Walker, Alex Marshall, and Devante Atkinson, Deshane Beckford, Kaim Paris. And then now, as the attackers, the strikers, we have Devante Campbell, I'm saying. And then now, the attackers, we have Jordan Fletcher, Corberk, and Akwesa Chung. So that's actually the team.
Yeah.
Continue.
Yeah, Nico Bet is pretty unlucky in my view. Always all right. He's not a striker that I really get the opportunity to look at that much, but I heard a lot about him. People asking for him, so I don't know why he wasn't given the chance to be in this setup. It could be a good opportunity for even me to see him. I'd have love to see him this time around, but hopefully we get his chance next time.
In every country, there is ballers that don't get chance. Every country. Jamaica is not the first. We're not supposed to take it that hard. That certain ball. Nico Rett is a very good baller. There are ballers. Patrick Branford in England is a very good baller, but they don't give him a call. Calvert-Lewin, they don't give a call sometimes. But you have to face it.
That's a part of it, man.
That's a part of it. That's how the manager come in. That's how the coach come in. I pick an 18-year-old, and the 18-year-old come and performs. So you have to just work with what the level of the world of football is going forward now. And going forward, you have to make some decision as the coach and the manager and say, yo, the baller, yeah, he must show me some. But you have to overlook some as well. So you just have to know that's it. Some won't make it.
Yeah, it's tough, but that's a harsh truth.
Yeah, you just have to just be in a position where you're not overlooked. Because when they are in a pool of players, it's a pool of players, say from under 13. They keep that under 13, under 15, under 17 together for all those years. Only thing you can have in that is an add-on. So if there is another man that developed quicker than one, he will put him in that pool to say, yeah, man, he can fit in now to help this team. Or he grows when he was 15, 16, he grows faster than when he was 10, 11. So you have to know what you're doing with this program. You just have to continue, And Jamaica, when we don't play football, we just go home and go sleep. You're supposed to have the man them up Captain Borrell every weekend, the under 17, the under 20, every weekend up there doing these technical works. Because what happened to Ethan Bigger, what you see military gunner, is practicing this every day. So it becomes
natural, second nature.
So if you put these kids at 13 about Horace Borrell to do these things until they are ready for the senior team, we're ready. We're ready, brother.
Mr. Maxwell, what one?
The point that you make a while ago.
Well, on Carty. Mr. Maxwell, how things?
Yeah, man, not bad. But I just wanted to correct him on one thing there, Look here. Its idea is very good, but one thing, at youth level, a lot of players don't transition, There are a lot of players that really don't transition. You have a lot more late bloomers when it comes to national setups than in anything else. Sometimes people have this fallacy that if you keep a set of 13-year-olds together, yeah, but only one of those 13-year-olds may transition. I've seen it. You understand? What I can say though is that this team that we're seeing here now is definitely part of a template of what Paul Hall wants. You can see the attacking players that are coming into it and so on. Is a difference in the composition of the squad if you look at it closely.
So plus, let me address that, Mr. Maxwell. So let me look. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, let me just start the defenders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's say we have 8 players in a 23-man squad who are defensive minded. 8 players in a 23-man squad who are defensive minded. And in that 8, we also have 3 who are actually central midfielders. So let me tell you defensive minded players. We have Damian Lowe, Richard King, that's 2, Jamal Tope, Javian Brown, Kemal Lawrence, Javon Watson, Lambert, Tevin Shaw. So can basically say, I'm not going to put Williams and Owl in it. I say Tevin Shaw, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, those
and
are
Lambert can come out because Lambert is really a box-to-box player. He's not a central defensive midfielder.
Right. So, but Tevin Shaw is a CDM. We can say Tevin Shaw is a CDM.
Tevin Shaw is a CDM.
Tevin and Watson are the 2 CDM. Whatever. So basically, we can say 6 defensive-minded players and 3 keepers. 6 defensive-minded players and 3 keepers. So that is 9 players. So in total, we have like Me not bright for maths now. That's a 12.
12.
Mm-hmm.
No, 12 attacking minded players.
12 attacking, yeah.
12 attacking minded players. So the question now, I'm going to ask the panelists. The question is, when last have we seen a 23-man squad comprised of...
Actually, I know 12 and a half, 14.
14?
Yep.
14. Yes, it is 14. When last have we seen a squad, a 23-man squad for the Reggae Boyz comprised of that much attacking minded players? You go first, Fabian.
Never.
I mean, all right. So football is done in generations. One generation you might be blessed with defenders, another generation you might be blessed with midfielders. Right now, this crop of Reggae Boyz, we are blessed with attacking players. We have a lot of attacking players. You realize persons are arguing about the fact that Nico Brett wasn't included. And we could go on. There's a long list. Remember, there's no Bailey, there's no Flemings, there's no Nicholson, there's no Andre Gray, Jamal Lowe, Bailey, Antonio. Again, you see, so we have a lot of attacking options, and it is just a case where some will be included, some will not be included. It depends on what the coach is looking for, depends on what the coach wants, and the most important fact is those who are coachable. I am sure the coach will select those who are coachable, who will be able to follow instructions. So expect when the final squad is selected, a lot of persons are going to be complaining and say, oh, this player is better than that one. But it is a case where at international level, all the players have quality. What coaches look for are the ones who can follow instructions and who are coachable. So expect persons to be complaining about other players not going into the team, but they all have quality. It's just a matter of, and this has been a weakness for our local players over and over, where they stuck their mind in playing one set position, which is a problem. You have to go to the table with an empty cup and be coachable. That is a big problem that I have seen with the local ballers. You have to be coachable in order to transition, and that is one thing that is affecting our footballers now. And Paul Hall will demand of them, and it will be those who transition fast enough or those who are willing to put in the work and make the change that will make the squad.
All right. Riches and royalties, your take on that now?
That's another thing.
I agree totally what he's saying. As we mentioned, that players will go to clubs and they see that they can't make it in attacking play and choose to play the right back. We picking an attacking team shows that we are going to score goals. But when we're going to score goals, some of those attackers, including the wingers, would have to come back and defend. And that is where he comes in now, where the guys are coachable. Because these attackers who are attacking minded have to know being coach, how Paul Hall planning to coach, you have to track back. You can't just stand up out there and wait on the ball all day because you're a winger. You have to track back. And this is how he looks to me as if he's going to play with his attacking minded team.
Mr. Maxwell, what's your take on that? And the
military so before Mr. Maxwell go. Me have to cut now, yeah?
Yeah.
Bless up.
Blessings, bro.
Bless up everybody. No, I'll be listening on my way to work. So bless up everybody. Have a good day. Have a good last day of 2021.
Yes.
Hopefully a good 2022. All right. So bless up everybody.
Journey, bro. Safe journey to work.
Yeah.
Yeah, bless up, man.
All right, Mr. Maxwell. What's your take on that much attacking minded players in the squad? Do you think that the paradigm is shifting now?
It is definitely shifting, because what you need to look at, it's not just attacking players, it's creative attacking players. Because when you look at it, between Marshall, Atkinson, Chung, Paris, these are not just attacking, these are creative players, that can also create, which is a difference. Normally we have blue-collar strikers that are going to be hard workers, because Antonio, the Nicholson, the Gray, these are all the same type of blue-collar, hard-working, forwards, attackers. So we have a different now with some creative players that can also create, make their own space for themselves, for others, that sort of thing, you know. So we're seeing a difference with the type of players that are selected now. And as far as I see it, this is a squad being put together for 2026, you know.
Well said.
So this one here now, I think, is the template going forward. Depending on how we do in the next 3 matches, we may very well see this team finishing off, or 1 or 2 of them might be integrated. But I don't expect many, but the coach wants to see what we have, you know, because he has made it also clear enough that the template going forward, you know, he has to have the local base. He has made that clear, that, you know, and he integrate it with who is in from England or whichever country. But you have to make your local base strong and then go forward. But you have to. So that's why we're seeing, you know, make your local, some of these players in there, the base strong.
Carty, what's your take on it now with that much attacking players? Because we're going to move to our next question quite soon, but I want to see what's your input on that one.
Okay, my take on the complement of attacking players. All right, the attacking players seem to be like, some of them would be wingers, like midfield and things like that, right? Like I think what Kaim Paris a winger. But the next thing now, that my concern is that if these attackers have the ability, just like what we were discussing about players being coachable, not just waiting for the ball to attack, and have the mindset where, okay, after attacking, you make sure you have the ability to read the game in such a way to know when to run back, when to go forward, and have that balance of attacking and defending as a player to affect the game as best as possible to get the desired results that we're looking for. So I believe that the squad looks good enough to me to compete. It's just for us now to take a look at all of these players to see how best they can execute the instructions being given by Paul Hall. And based on what I've listened to, what Paul had said in the press conference, he seems to be a person that's big on hard work. So this will be very interesting to see how when he has given his instructions, how hard these players would work to get desired results, winning games of football and such. So it's very interesting. So looking forward to it.
Well, go on, bro.
Damn, I just not too long see it, and I see the thing, we just a jump on, you know what I mean? Blessing people.
Yeah. All right. So we're gonna touch one question, but this question I highly doubt anybody gonna really have any full input on this. And as no, for no. And the question is, Audience Sinclair asks, do you guys think Paul Hall has full control of who he selects? I don't think we can really definitely identify that no, because we all know the situation in regards to this is it's not a FIFA window, so you can't select players who are actually currently playing.
He doesn't have full control. He doesn't. It is evident that he doesn't have full control. How could he? He hasn't traveled the island and pick who he wants to pick.
Yes, and he must go get the support at the moment.
You're right. He just has to work with what he has or what is given to him at this moment.
No, may I ask a question now? Like how you first answer Richards and Royalty, people, please, may I ask each another question, but may I ask you a question? If the former coach would have selected this squad, would there be any discrepancies in regards to him preferring local players?
That's a good question. But as you said before, that you have to trust in your manager when your coach call whatever squad. Call a man from England, call a man from... You have Jamaica and Italy that plays good football. But because he's not in the pool of Jamaican players, he would never get a call up or nobody knows of him. Mother and father just meet each other working in Italy, born in Italy, but mother and father Jamaican. And he's doing very well, but nobody knows of him. And he wants to play for Jamaica, but what we gonna do? he has never gotten a chance. He will never get a chance in his eyes unless somebody says, look at this kid. He's doing very well.
Agreed.
He's an Italian. You know what I'm saying? So we have to trust, the coach, whatever his pick is. We just have to go and work with it. Like I said, this is the group. This is the set that I'm working with, and just go forward with that set.
Andre Cartier, share the same sentiments. If the former coach would have selected this team, would there be discrepancies with the fan base saying that he's only choosing local based players?
Well, I believe there would be people making various comments, and especially the fact that a lot of people don't really wouldn't have trust his ability to coach as well. I believe that there will be a lot of comments being made, which would be understandable because we have seen a lot of decision making by him, which would have been very questionable in terms of the player selection, and he seemed to be loyal to certain players that weren't doing him any justice. And I'm not sure why if all of us could have seen that. Why can't he see it? For example, the midfield, you have a player like Ravel Morrison on the bench when your midfield needs creativity for us to go forward. Things like that would have been things that would have let him down, I believe.
He sees it. He sees it. His audience.
Shaz, what's your take on it? What's your take on the question?
What? And the local players?
If the former coach had made this selection, would there be any discrepancies in regards to the fan base about him preferring local players?
Well, not really. Based on what? Based on how the friendly come about, because the friendly is based off well, it's at an international window where players would be available. So it would be a choice of, well, not really a choice, just the option of using local based players or players who are not in the European system which football is going on at this moment. So you choosing these players, local based players, is the only option if there was even this friendly to go ahead by in the sense, because I mean, with Tapper at the M at the time, we during even international window, we never used to get any good friendlies. We never used to get any friendlies in regarding these good teams or any friendly at all. Right? So I mean, it is very good in a sense when I look at it, knowing that you're getting a friendly, not in the international window, window like, and these players can really show them talent, because based on what the coach said right now, these players are players we're looking at now to see if they can really try them best to make it in the team, which, the pool of players which are going to be selected for through the World Cup qualifiers. So it's looking at some players which he can work with for future references. So I don't think anybody would have an issue in terms of, if the friendly was like this, as it is now, where nobody will be available like the Leon Baileys, the Antonios and the world works. I don't think any fans in a sense would really have an issue. Knowing that most people here in Jamaica is really, really backing, are really, really saying that there should be more local based players in the team. So I don't think nobody would have an issue. Knowing that local based players are players what we really know, like diehard Jamaican born and grow, maybe apply them trade overseas. So I don't think nobody would have an issue still. I mean, enough big coach where I say, yo, yeah.
All right.
The last couple window ago when enough of the man them from England never show up. They must say, you see it? That's why local players are supposed to know the system, right?
Yeah, well, I'll grab that. So, Mr. Maxwell, they share the same sentiments.
Pause.
You're on mute. You might mute.
Okay, sorry about that. I'm going to make something a little bit controversial in the show here. The former coach, a lot of people don't realize that he didn't watch a lot of the local league, right? A lot of people didn't know that because he And look here, somebody mentioned about the coach going all over the island. Look here, what's going to be happening now, as far as I see in the foreseeable future, is that's going to be a cadre of people from the various regions that are going to assist with the selection, because one of the things that happened in the part of the campaign, right, was the coach, this is a fact now, needed a defender, right? He had someone that he had to go to ask, coach so-and-so, I need to find out who are the better defenders per se in the league, because one of the defenders in the team, it had to be a local base because injury happened late. So he had to bring in a local base player. But he had to consult with someone else to get their opinion on the better center half, young center half that he could bring in, right? So that was something I said, hold on. I mean, the coach doesn't know. I would think that those are the ones he should know right on his fingertips. But it came, the reality came to me that, I had gotten a call when somebody was inquiring whether this player had a passport or not. I don't have a problem, but for me personally, I think he should have been able to know that this was the top young center half around at the time. And even then, when the youngster came in, he really didn't know him. So that was one of the problems where,
nobody knows him.
What's that?
I said nobody knows him because the coach don't do his work in the right way. So he should,
that was.
I'm sure you see Gareth Southgate in a even championship games, watching games in England. He's watching those. He's watching autumn. He's in Germany. He's in Norway. He's all over. As long as there's a player that is interested.
Going forward, I think that's one of the things I think going forward we need to at least have that the coach, even if he's not able to go to some of these games, they actually watch the game so they can know right off and they have the players that are available to him. But to be honest, the team that is selected here, I think what they did look at was some of the players that have been in the JFF pool for a while and have done well, because some of them I know that are there came from the Jamaica
under
team
23.
that just out, right? Under 23 that Mexico just edged them out on goal difference, and that Mexico team went to the finals, that year in under 20. So you can see that where the team is heading. You understand? And I like that personally. Right. So whatever happens in the rest of this campaign, no problem. But I'm seeing a bright 2026 already.
All right. Really love the optimism. For me personally, I think that due to the fact that it's Jamaicans, it's hard to please Jamaicans. Extremely hard to please Jamaicans.
Human being.
Well, human beings then. If a former coach just selected this squad, there would be discrepancies, and then you'd also have people who would agree with it. And I'm telling you that even this team that is selected, there are still discrepancies because people are not seeing who they want to see. So, for example, like me personally, I would love to see Nico Brett. I would love to see Nico Brett, but that's just what football is. You won't have it all.
Unforgiving sport is football.
Very unforgiving. Very. And I just say it's a result-based sport. And I just say
I don't want to stray from the point. So we're gonna play the under 20 World Cup qualifying. And that team is also going to be selected. Do you think that Paul Hall is going to know who's the young under 20 footballers in Jamaica? Or somebody has to tell him?
I think, because it just coming, he's just recently introduced to the system, so he won't know these players. But I would really implore his coaching staff around him to take a keen eye on these players.
So don't you think they should be watching the Costa Cup
They should be having a looking into these on these games. They should be, because at the end of the day, these guys are the future. So they should.
So we're thinking about 2026, and you're not looking at the boys who are going to leave high school. They are going to be 19 or 20-year-olds, some of them after this. So you should look at them. They're gonna be a crap that don't exist after Manning Cup, after the Costa Cup.
It's difficult, it's difficult, Riches. Let me tell you why. So, for example, there's a youngster that I have spoken to. Fabian was on the channel. Both Fabian and I were spoken to this youngster on numerous occasions. His name is Kamali, former CC, Cornell College player. Very, very talented player. Yes. He's actually playing in England right now for a team called Southern. Soon break into Southern first team. I think Southern League One. I think a League One. Yeah. Soon break into the Southern first team. And I think he's 19 years old. He's 19. He could have played that Casa Cup this year. He could have played that Casa Cup this year, but he upped to and went to play for Southern. And it's possible breaking the Southern by next year's breaking the Southern first team. Now, with a young player like that, with such potential, it's difficult to see that young player. It's down to possible like us who just normally run around and follow all of these players. I like these players, let the fans know them. And when the fans know them now, that is how the word can reach them. Because even though Gareth Southgate got a whole again, he can't keep check 1,000.
Can't catch everybody.
So it boils down to some time, we can tell a lot of these coaches and these scouts, because I have known that because they have a scout. Right now, I talked to one scout recently about a particular Jamaican player. Young youth, him not playing no Premier League yet. Dakar Cup, and me I talk to scout about him. The scout come to Jamaica for holiday, and I watch a Dakar Cup game. For holiday, I think he's a Charlie Mount player. A holiday, he scored upon. And see the player, watch a Charlie Mount game, watch a game. Never remember which game you watch. And the man see him and start search for that Costa Cup on YouTube and book up on my channel, and so he reach out to me. And then so come now we start discuss the player. And funny enough, is a player man him play football. Every weekend media Lindsay would play football together.
I get some of those as well, Mario. Don't you? Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah,
So these guys are watching these things. They're watching channel them. Them are look for every little report, every little detail they can get, then try to find it. And so it go. That's why it's important. One time I like schoolboy football. I like schoolboy football because I'm trying to get views. I like and that's
Mario, can I tell you an example?
Yeah.
I just my son made a video before me make a channel. I'm my son. I just my son. And way man do good and way man do bad and make him record it. That's how me started. It's just my son. I'm recording to just say this is where you went wrong. This is what you need to do. Just watching the tips of what we need to do. Till here I am. The channel is off the hook. You understand?
And that's how I go. But it's all development. It's all development. And we can tell people, don't believe that people now see the Casa Cup and the Manning Cup. People have watched them. Let me tell you one people watch called regularly. Pearson, Casey in play for?
Yes. Yeah, man. Pearson. Christopher Pearson, Kingston College.
The number 7 for JC at Duncan.
Yeah, Duncan McKenzie for Jamaica College.
The striker William Nib.
The William Nib striker and the Dintil striker.
The Dintil striker, the two Dintil centre back, because them get well known now. These are people are talking to me about.
The Mannings.
No. I think William Nib have a striker as well. Many call that, him say that all ago. William Nib striker.
Mannings have a centre half as well.
But me never see them bring up their name. But we will see what is happening. But me can tell people the future bright for these young players.
We have
really bright.
We don't want to stray from the nationals setup and the 23-man squad, but they have another choice to make of these young, talented young players who's going to play for the under 20. And I'm sure they're going to use this Manning Cup to pick them. But how about the other boys that didn't play Manning Cup and the Costa Cup? That you mentioned, they play in England.
So it's difficult. It's really, really difficult. The preferred option at this point would actually to use the Manning Cup and the Costa Cup, because even in that sense, to reach out to the players in England, it's going to be like a transitional thing, because those players are still trying to transition into the first team, are trying to get consistent game time. I don't think it's hard for them to move out of the academy and come and play, but he's kind of at the brink of getting first in his debut appearance at the brink. So it would not really be good for him to just move away from that
when he hasn't cemented his foot in there as yet.
Exactly.
But can I tell you this, Mario? There are 9 English-based players that they're going to put in this under-20 team that are UK-based. But they play for Arsenal, Chelsea, or Swindon Town. But they are Jamaican parentage. Why are you going to use tapes of these players to play amongst our local and mix them and integrate them with the Manning and the Costa Cup players? You're going to take out 9 players.
That's risky. That's risky. No, but you know, Richard, so we should do a show on that though. We should definitely do a show on that, you know.
Why do you So what are you doing what are you doing to a player like my son then?
Making
who's
it
not
hard
in no pool. What you doing to a player like my son who is not into no pool, but he has all the international credential? He won't get a call ever.
You know, which is what we feel like the man for do what man need to do a show on that, focusing on the youth.
But that's to show you how unforgiving it is.
Very unforgiving.
and I mean, and he wants to wear his national colors, and like he said, boy, Daddy, me do everything. Still don't get a call.
O'Neill said, does everyone have any inside scoop on whether Paul has the support of his staff? What? Me can't tell, me can't tell, but I would believe they do. I would believe they do, because in selecting the next coach, I think the support staff would have a lot to say on that.
Support staff is everything. They're giving him everything.
Exactly. I think
and he has to work with it.
But that not really affect us still, no.
And in mentioning what Mr. Maxwell was saying, the player he was referring to was a Clarendon College player. I don't want to call the name because we are on this medium. And he was our choice. But the choice we could have made better choices. But he was the one that
was there.
Everybody know of, because his boss is in the system then. So we are going to put up one more of my player. In other words.
Yeah. No, but we can for me, I would definitely say that in this selection, if you should take away your personal feelings, and look at it on an analytical view, you could definitely say that there is a Cavalier bias in this team, in this 21 team.
I didn't call the team name. This is your channel. I'm glad you called.
No.
I didn't call the team name.
Yes, for me. This is
I'm glad you call the team name. This is your channel.
You know, the good thing about my channel is this: I am not afraid to speak,
which is good.
We can't get banned. We can't call anything. Once you're a registered football team, we can call any name. Once you are a registered football team, once you govern under JFF, once you follow under FIFA, we can call a name. If you work for any football team, if you're registered with FIFA, I can call a name.
You're supposed to give me a report from Ask Your Field.
So I think there's a little bias right there, and
a big bias, brother. There's a big bias.
It's my personal
some
opinion.
Big belly man where I drink NSC at 9 time and them think that you're crazy, brother. Or you for do that to your national team.
Yeah.
Me not tell a man don't do what him for need for do, and there's a choice to do what you want to do when you're supposed to do it. But don't take it for granted when just because you are this national player, you're gonna do that 24/7.
No,
you count 8 defensive player, you're not even count the goalkeeper them. You understand? Goalkeeper again, and then a bias. That goalkeeper no good for me. No good.
Young age is a factor.
Age is a factor. Better you put in my like a 4-year-old or 5-year-old son then if you want.
If I age
it as a factor.
People, we got with the 120 minutes. So we're gonna close off now. Richard Minala, really good to have you on the show. Really, always in the comment section. We have a reason in the comment section.
We're raising the comment now. We're raising it out loud.
Yeah,
and I know you know of my knowledge of going forward with this national team, and we really need to work together. Yeah. We need to develop our country national team better. You want to tell me about JFF? If you go and pick the best, those 3 boys from Dintil, 4 boys from Dintil, and 4 from Mannings, and carry them go to every Thursday, then pack them bag and go to Horace Burrell. You understand? Them not gonna go back home until a Tuesday or whatever. And them think they don't. You will mold these set of boys.
Exactly.
You will definitely mold them.
You want.
Don't think it's gonna be expensive, but it's Babsy Grange will pay.
Future investment for your future.
Yeah, Babsy Grange will find the money and pay because you know you're gonna get back the result.
Exactly. And the results bigger. The results
it's gonna be bigger. And I agree that from age 13, but you have to have under 13, under 15, and who now make it and who want to sieve out, you just sieve them out. It is bad to say.
But it's just a harsh reality.
You just have to do it. But we going forward, Belgium do it. Why we can't do it?
And that's a good system to use as template. All right, so now close off now. Riches around. You have anything more you want to tell people?
Just one Jamaica, one love. And we're still the land that we love. And I love my country, so I want the best of my country.
Agree.
Regarding football. Thank you very much and have a good one, everybody. Best for all the 2021 and good 2022 going forward. Thank you.
Andre Carty, have anything else you want to say to the people before we cut off?
Well, just keep on supporting the Reggae Boyz, you know. You know, the campaign had a dip under the previous manager. This manager that has come in now, just want the fans to give him and the players full support. And whatever happens, we still support them because the future look bright, you know, from what I see. So I hope that these guys make it. Don't want them to make it, but whether they make it or not, just want all Jamaicans, the stakeholders, you know, private sector, and so to give them as much support as possible going forward.
I agree. Shaz, we know not saying much now, because we know they're on the road and things, so.
Yeah, but may I say, all the best towards, 2022. 2022 is a turning point in regarding our development, our process, our progress throughout. So it's just we have to do the right thing right now, ensure it will be as successful as how it's supposed to be. You know what I mean? So we just hope and pray. I wish all the best on the team. With everything that is said, with a new coach and thing, we just have to work with it, see how it goes. And as Rich is say, we have to just work on the development of the players and focus on the future. He mentioned few schools, but we have wider variety of players out there, not just from Mannings or Dintil. We have various areas. And you guys talking about under 23 and such. And yes, I know there's a few players right now in this current squad right now, which is a pretty young, you know, can play the under 23 World Cup qualifiers or even play the tournament. So there's exposure there. So the personnel who analyzing these players and showcasing them on these platforms can really enhance and help the country and the coaches. You know what I mean? So we just have to do the right thing. And blessing throughout the coming of the new year. And all the best for everyone. You know what I mean?
All right. So people, let me tell the people. Jamaican football is at a stage where we have to be focusing on the future. We have to be focusing on the future because at the end of the day, that's the direction that we're going right now. We're going forward. And if we don't fix and get certain things right, we can't go forward. This team selection has shown me that there is potential in regards to the direction that we're going. There's a lot of young players in the selection, that is telling me that this coach is coming with a mindset that is using youths and is thinking about the future. His first team selection and is identify identify the team identify himself as a youthful coach. A coach is possibly you're going to use youth. Look at right across the road right now. Some of the best teams are just some young teams. Yes, they have experience in the team, but just look at what they are trying to do. Most of the coaches worldwide are trying to go forward with youth, because at the end of the day, you can get a player in the prime age of 19 to 27, prime age. You get the best football out of them. Yes, you have other players who, after the age, them get better, but on the natural order of things, those are the prime age. You got the few anomalies who just go beyond that, like the Cristiano Ronaldo, the Messi, them, and them man, they once them pass the age, just get better, just can't get better. So that's just them. But this team selection has shown me that Paul Hall is a futuristic coach. He's thinking about the future. He's thinking about forward movement, and that really give me a good insight in how he wants to play, in how he wants to move forward with the team, and that's quite convincing, and that's quite how to put it now. That's soothing to me. That's quite soothing to me. But people, I won't go any further. Look out for more updates, people. So make sure I want to continue to hit the subscribe button. I'm very close to 10K subscriber. I am this close to 10K subscriber, and I want to hit the landmark before the end of 2021. And we only have a few hours. This is the hours that we have, and this is the amount of subscribers we need. So see there, the hours, subscribers. Make it happen, people. Make it happen. Smash the subscribe button, people, and let's reach the 10K together and enter the new year with some new things coming, some really new things coming. And I'll see you guys again. Military Guna TV, people. This has been really a good one, and I'll see you guys again. And I'm out.